Right, in this video we're going to be looking over your systems quiz. Number one says, how much does each gallon of paint and each brush cost? We've purchased 8 gallons of paint and 3 brushes for $152.50. Next day we purchased 6 gallons of paint and 2 brushes for $113. Alright, our step one is to define the variables. We're looking for how much does each gallon of paint cost and each brush cost. So I've let G be the cost of a gallon of paint, B be the cost of a brush. I need to now write my system. A system is 2 equations. We see that 8 gallons, and 3 brushes is $152.50. 8 gallons and 3 brushes is $152.50. 6 gallons and 2 brushes is $113. 6 gallons, 2 brushes, $113. Okay, now you should be able to put this in our calculator. We've done this many times in the calculator. I think you're pretty good with it. When you do, you get the ordered pair, 17, comma, 5.5. I have defined mine as G comma B. Thus, in context, this point represents 17 is the cost of a gallon of paint and $5.50 is the cost of a brush. The cost of a gallon of paint is $17 and one brush is $5.50. Alright, that is number one. Now looking at problem number 2. The question sentence says, how many of each type of question are on the test? So we're looking for how many of each type. What are the types of questions? 2-point and 4-point questions. So I will define my variables as T will be my number of 2-point questions, and F will be my number of 4-point questions. Okay. Now we need to write 2 equations. Alright. It says the total number of questions is 40. So our 2-point questions and our 4-point questions together are 40. So in this case, T plus F will be equal to 40. Now we need one for the points. There's 100 points. Naturally, 2-point questions are worth 2, 4-point questions are worth 4. So 2 times T plus 4 times F is equal to 100. Alright, now we're prepared to enter this into the calculator. We solve the equation, we solve the system. And we see that 30, 10 is the solution. And in this case, I have defined this to be T first in this ordered pair. Alright, so lastly, we'll need one sentence in context. Alright. There are 30 10-point questions. 30 10-point questions. And 10 4-point questions. Okay, that is all for number 2. I'm going to come above this one. We're dealing with Sally. How many of each coin does she have? How many? So we're going to find our variables to be number of something. Number of what? Dimes and quarters. So, in this case, dimes and quarters. Let's let D be the number of, we're looking for how many? Number of dimes. Alright, and let's let Q be the number of quarters. Okay. Alright, those are going to be our variables. D the number of dimes, Q the number of quarters. She has a total of 20 coins, therefore D plus Q is 20. Alright, the total money is 305. Well, dimes are worth 10, so 0.10 times our dimes, that's 10 cents for each dime, plus 0.25 times our quarters will be equal to a total of $3.05. Now we can again use our calculator. Alright, my ordered pair is 13,7. 13,7, and I defined this as D and Q. D and Q. For this one, I'm going to quickly show that it does satisfy. 13 and 7. Does 13 plus 7 equal 20? Yes, it does. Well, if there were 13 dimes, that'd be $1.30. 7 quarters would be $1.75. $1.75 and $1.30 would indeed be 305. This point satisfies both of these equations. Alright, so I need one sentence in context now. Let's go with dark green. Sally. Sally has 13 dimes. 13 dimes and 7 quarters. 7 quarters. Alright, that is problem number 3. Okay, lastly, problem number 4. Right. Says, what is the cost of each type of ticket? So we're looking for cost of each type of ticket. We're talking about adult tickets and children's tickets. So that's what we're going to define our variable as in this case. Alright. Let's let A be the cost of an adult ticket. Cost of adult ticket. And C be the cost of a child ticket. Cost of child ticket. Again, we know we're looking for cost of. It says how much, what is the cost for each type of ticket in the question sentence. Two groups of people went to see. The first group spent $73.50 on 2 adult and 3 children. So 2 adult and 3 children cost, the verb spent in this case, it says the verb is the equals, $73.50. 2 adult and 3 children spent $73.50. All right. Secondly, the other group, 109, 5 adult and 2 kids. 5 adult and 2 children spent $109.5. All right, there's our variables defined. There are our 2 equations. Now, we can use our calculator to solve. So, I have the ordered pair, 16.5, comma, 13.5, and I have asked the calculator, I have defined this as A, comma, C. That is the adult, then the children. So 1650 is my adult, 1350 is my kids. One sentence in context. The cost of an adult ticket is $16.50, and the cost of a child's ticket is $13.50. All right. To score your quiz, each one is worth 25 points. There's 4 of them. If you got the question correct, you are going to receive full credit. If you missed the ordered pair, then you may receive some partial credit, and I will determine that by looking at your quiz. Okay, you can close this video at this time and continue with the remainder of the instructions on the Haiku calendar for today.